Let us take you through this journey about the evolution of banking and how much it has changed over the years. We will take you to the past, present, and future times and show you how banks have changed and improved as time goes by. Many years ago, there was a boy named Tim, an ordinary teenage boy looking for a bank to deposit some money. During these times, many people did not make use of banks as bank products were too complicated to understand and they did not meet the needs of customers. When he arrived, there were very few service providers and customers at the bank. This is because banks were not popular as they offered very little services. However, Tim did not want his money to be left idle at home, so he decided to deposit his money in the bank and make his money grow. In order for Tim to open an account with the bank, certain matters of considerations have to be met. The bank would have to establish Tim's identity, integrity, as well as employment. After these considerations have been successfully met, Tim can open an account and deposit his money in the bank. In the past, banks only offered limited services such as withdrawals, deposits, and loans. Waiting time in queues could be as long as 1 hour for simple withdrawals, and withdrawing over the passbook limit was not allowed. This is because banks back then were inefficient in their workflow. Moreover, it took a long time for funds to be deposited into an individual's account. There were also many forms to be filled in. Also, the products offered by banks were very complicated and not customer-friendly, thus had very little benefit towards customer. Forgery was common among many customers, causing much unhappiness and distrust. This is because in the past, regulations were not as strict and streamlined as they are now, which caused banks to be vulnerable. Security systems in the past were extremely poor, which caused frequent security breaches. Applications for power of attorney and mandates were strictly paper-based and were difficult to be obtained. Furthermore, mandates took a very long time to be processed due to the lack of technology. "20 years later, Tim is now an adult. One day on the way to lunch, he uses his online digibank application on his smartphone to check his current account balance. After queuing, Tim orders his food and instead of using cash, he uses his credit card and makes a cashless payment through his Visa PayWave. After his lunch time, he heads down to the bank branch, where he sees the new features such as an e-corner, ATMs, and service counters using technology-assisted machines. ATMs can count notes, determine the amount of money, pick out counterfeit notes, print out documents all at once, allowing customers to withdraw money without the help of a service assistant. There is also a number signal on top of each ATM to signal whether the counter is available or if the counter requires assistance from the service provider. Tim also sees customers using the e-corner, which allows customers to do online transactions, with those facing difficulties getting help from staff. This helps reduce the number of forms to be filled in by keying information in digitally. This technology increases efficiency, reduces waiting time, increases flexibility for customers, and allows staff to interact with customers more, thus improving customer experience. Tim then walks to the second floor indicated with an other banking services sign. There, he is greeted by his friendly relationship manager, Sue, who attends to him immediately, promoting value-added service. Sue uses a tablet to show Tim the customer relationship management platform in the bank's database system, which contains data of Tim's profile with the bank. It can also recommend certain services and products for Tim based on his data. Besides explaining to him the details to allow him to understand better, she also waives the transaction fees when Tim requests the manager to help him process his power of attorney application. To his surprise, it is very fast and simple to get a power of attorney accepted. Sue then informs Tim about the bank's improved systems, such as creating accounts online and allowing a broader scope of mandates and power of attorneys with streamlined and stringent guidelines, which help process these mandates with considerable care. However, with this technology, an increase in potential crimes such as hacking does occur. Therefore, the bank uses the latest advanced security systems such as biometric and encryption technology to protect their customers and their confidential information. Unfortunately, Sue mentioned that one challenge banks face is conservativeness. Despite Singapore being advanced in technology, they are still very dependent on physical labor-intensive operations. They are unable to seamlessly merge their various service channels. This shows how their systems are not integrated. According to the Accenture survey report in 2015, 79% of consumers consider their banking relationship to be transactional, a trend which is increasing each year. According to a study by the Financial Brand in 2015, 77% of the consumers feel that the bank's performance are not meeting their expectations.
Time has passed and Tim has become an old grandfather. As he is getting older, Tim wants to leave an inheritance to his grandson, so he headed to his neighborhood bank. Banks now produce a diverse selection of user-friendly products that meet the needs of customers. Example, investment, treasury, protection, savings, and remittances. When he walked into the branch, he is greeted with many staff members with extremely friendly and interpersonal attributes. Robots were also in the branch to satisfy the simple needs of customers, such as bringing drinks to them and lead them to the shortest queue if requested. As he reaches the front of the queue, no forms were needed to be filled in, and he could verify himself simply by a face scanner and thumbprint. This enhanced security makes it almost impossible for others to access Tim's banking profile. The implementation of omni-channels allows service providers to quickly switch to different channels to serve customers. Moreover, technology in banking is now more efficient and secure than before. Banks in the future will focus more on hiring people with soft skills who are generally more friendly, due to changes in recruitment policies and staff courses, which are more focused on handling relationships between clients instead of just improving their knowledge. These minor changes to the banking environment will make banking so much more enjoyable. The workflow processes in the branch will also be more efficient so that customers can get whatever they want done as quick as possible. New infrastructure such as robots and online chats will cater to generic requests so that customers do not need to spend time traveling to a branch just to wait in a queue for hours to complete minor tasks. Banks will have more mergers and acquisitions in the future. Therefore, there is a need to streamline the process. They must redesign their core processes and integrate them, as well as simplify them, so as to align them to customers' preferences and needs. This will optimize service delivery to customers. Banks will start collaborating with fintech instead of competing with them to offer a variety of services to customers without the need for them to go to the bank branch or approach a banker for assistance. More strict regulations will also be put into place to promote more secure banking, regardless of offline or online. In addition, mandates and power of attorney may be even offered online, which is in contrast to current mandates and power of attorneys, showing how they will change over the years. To conclude, it is important that in the future, banks will have to be more than just transaction processors to entice customers. We have now come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching.